I'm Captain Lou Alabama, and I'm joined by my itinerant partner in crime, Lightning Slim.
Good to be here, Captain Lou. This, of course, will be Game 9 of the tournament. We are in the arena portion of the Reeve Arena.
Both these teams won their initial game, the Windsor Assault defeating the Debutante Warrirors by a single point. Les Bûches defeating the Hammer City FreshMeat team. As well, Windsor, of course, in yellow. Les Bûches made up of skaters from across Quebec, skating in green.
The winner of this bout will get a direct route into the semifinals, and the loser will move into the sort of second chance round, as this is a double elimination tournament.
That's right. Following this game, we will have the first of the elimination games, as the Debutante Warriors will take on Hammer City. Whoever loses that, their tournament will be done. Whoever wins that, they stay their execution and will live to fight one more game. So yes, if you win this game, you get to play one less game than most teams will. If you lose this game, you're back in the trenches.
And considering how many games are jam-packed into this single day of action, getting that free game in hand, very important, Captain Lou.
Exactly. These are quick little 20-minute games or sprinty-like games. Everyone goes out and gives it their all, but you could have to play up to 5 games in order to win this entire tournament. You could end up playing 6, actually, and in order to win the whole thing. That's a lot of games against a lot of teams over a long period of time. Whistle blows. We've got the game underway, Lightning Slim.
That's right. Action underway immediately. We have the first whistle followed by the first penalty whistle.
Justin Powers jamming for Les Bûches. Number 24, Iggy Pop Rocks for Windsor Assault. Iggy Pop Rocks getting knocked to the ground by the back wall of green from Les Bûches. Justin Powers still being contained in the pack by Windsor, but finding her way on the outside, getting lead jammer, Slim.
Justin Powers in the free and open spaces. Iggy Pop Rocks knocked down in the center of the pack. Justin Powers coming around. Now on a scoring pass inside the pack. She cuts from outside to inside and back out again. She's made a full scoring pass, 5 points.
Yeah, Dina Mitt and Claire O'Kee for Les Bûches doing a great job of containing Iggy Pop Rocks. She finally gets out of the pack, but not before. Justin comes around and looks for one more scoring pass. Solid yellow wall at the back. Pushed to the outside by Inslamity. Calls off the jam. Inslamity's going to go to the box for a low block. 2 more points. 2 points for the Windsor Assault. 3 points for Les Bûches. Les Bûches with 8. Windsor Assault with 2. 1 jam in, Slim.
If you're following along in the chat stream, I've been informed how to interact with that, so I may be able to answer some of your questions.
Sometimes we talk in text. Sometimes that goes horribly wrong, but hopefully we'll be able to keep the technology underway. Just like this jam. Both jammers on the track. Fighting her way through is Demoniac, but getting lead jammers. Traumasaurus with a great first game for Windsor. Picking up lead jammer, falling down. Demoniac ahead of her, but Traumasaurus with the ability to call this off. Looks to her bench. Bench asking her blockers. Bench coach asking her blockers to skate up. That's I Shove Lucy. Skated in the first game. Will be bench coaching the remaining games. Jam called off. Double fist in the air. No points on the board. Slim 8-2 still.
That's right. 17 and 3/4 minutes remaining in the short 20-minute contest. Les Bûches with an early lead. They have looked commanding from what we've seen of them so far.
And they are a team made up of skaters from across Quebec. So Montreal Roller Derby Quebec, from Quebec City, Rimouski skaters as well as skaters from Trois-Rivières. So a nice conglomeration of French skaters.
More bodies falling to the track with a bit of stumbling, and it looks like Les Bûches have come out with lead jam once again.
That's number 8-bit Game Boy picking up lead jammer, still stuck in the back. Number Boom, that's Firecracker for Windsor Assault. She finally makes her way free. Game Boy coming up on the back of the pack, Slim.
Game Boy inside the pack, looking for blocker support. They've left her to her own devices. She manages to split the defense and sneak on through for 4 points.
Calls off the jam. A little bit late. Allows the jammer, Firecracker, for Windsor Assault to pick up a point. Les Bûches increased their lead to 9, 12-3, 16 and a half minutes to go in the game.
Having a look on the chat here, we have Lance Hardwood in the chat sending his best wishes to the Assault and a couple of folks cheering for Les Bûches.
If you haven't seen Lance's work with the camera, you really should check it out. The man is a master of capturing roller derby action. Lance, thanks for all the hard work you put in out there.
Action underway once more. Both jammers trying to shopping cart their way through the pack, keeping it legal. Traumasaurus, number 6 for the Assault, held at the back of the pack.
Justin Powers trying to find an outside line against the Assault blockers. Getting lead jammer, but boy, did she take some hard hits as she tried to get through on the outside.
Certainly had to earn her way through the pack there. And now Traumasaurus finds her way out of the pack, but it is Justin Powers approaching the pack on a scoring pass.
Justin Powers coming over the backpack, picks an outside line, gets past Iggy Pop Rocks. No other blockers for her to get by. She picks up all 4 points for Les Bûches, and they increase their lead to 16-3.
Canuck Derby TV and all of us here would like to wish a very happy birthday to Molotov Rocktail, penalty wrangler extraordinaire. She is here at the tournament, so next time you see her, wish her a happy belated when she's in your town.
She's one of those fine NSOs who do all the behind-the-scenes work to make these games go so smoothly. Again, 16-3 for Les Bûches. 15 minutes remaining in this game. Jam underway. Pushing her way through towards the front, the Windsor Assault jammer, and she's going to be picking up a back block major. That sends her to the box. Betty Rampage, number 762. It's now a power jam for Les Bûches.
And they've picked up lead status and putting on a burst of speed. It's number 7.
Swedish Charcoal, one of the skaters from Trois Rivières. They had sent 2 skaters to this event, crashing into the back of the pack against Firecracker.
Swedish Charcoal resets, is now inside the pack, forcing her way to the front. Quite diminutive in size. She's able to get low and sneak through a little piece of daylight and picks up a grand slam.
I personally am very happy to see this team of Québécois skaters. It's nice to see roller derby blooming in La Belle Provence. And they are showing that they are a force to be reckoned with this game as Swedish Charcoal picks up another 5 points for Les Bûches.
Les Bûches now with a score of 26-3, a commanding lead considering the shortness of the contest with 14 minutes remaining.
A wall of yellow attempting to contain the jammer from Les Bûches. Knocked to the ground, whistles blowing. Failure to reform on number 5 from Les Bûches. That is Charlie de Floy, also from Trois Rivières.
Betty Rampage back from the penalty box, tries to force her way into the pack, but the jam is done, but not before another 5 on the board for Les Bûches.
And Rumbling Rage Derby Shop is helping bring this broadcast from here to your home. Rumbling Rage Derby Shop is your one-stop shopping experience. Everything you need to play roller derby all in one store. Check us out online, www.rumblingRageDerbyShop.com.
In the chat room, Christopher Robin pointing out that Swedish Charcoal is small but kicks butt. I would certainly agree with that assessment.
If I could say that in French, I would do it. And Game Boy coming out the front of the pack, getting knocked down by Inslamity, but getting lead jammer for Les Bûches out ahead of her on the track right now.
That was Iggy Pop Rocks forcing the call off. Game Boy, unable to catch her, decides to reset and try again.
So score remains 31-3 for Les Bûches. 12 and a half minutes remaining in this game. Again, the winner of this game gets a bit of a bye, doesn't have to play quite as many games. Loser still stays alive in this double elimination tournament. Will go on to play in an elimination game later today. I guess everything's later today. All the games are being piled into one day. We have 2 tracks. It means that we can get the games done faster, but it means the skaters have to skate a lot more.
Absolutely, Captain Lou. I heard it described earlier this morning as 5-on-5 from 11 to 11.
Very nice. So again, the Montreal Smash squad last year came to the Fresh and Furious tournament and won the entire thing. So we really shouldn't be too surprised that the team from Quebec is doing quite well. Multiple skaters from Montreal Roller Derby in this league, but again, skaters from across their province all participating.
Brief official discussion there between the Zebras. We'd like to thank our good friends at Rydell Skates.
Absolutely, I was just about to say that. The Rydell Skates have done a fantastic job. They've donated an absolute pile of wheels that they're going to be giving away to the MVPs from each team all day long.
These are brand spanking new wheels. When we say pile of wheels, we don't mean the ones you use in your wheel toss charity function. These are brand spanking new, beautiful wheels, courtesy of Rydell Skates.
So the announcers, the organizers are all keeping track of who they think have performed best during these games, and there will be wheels handed out as prizes for performance later on today. Official timeout over. Jam underway.
Ready to roll. Justin Powers jumps out front, gains lead. Behind her, Traumasaurus is tripped up and makes her way out of the pack, but Justin Powers is now approaching on a scoring pass.
Yeah, she's been knocked down by Vinnie Neutron. Big hitter on the outside. Slowed her down enough so that Justin Powers could easily get through, picking up 4 more points for Les Bûches. Les Bûches rolling along very nicely here, 32-point lead. Under 12 minutes remaining in the game, but they are only 20-minute games, so.
Windsor Assault, no doubt, realizing this would be the time to mount a comeback if in fact they were able to do so.
Still plenty of time remaining in the game.
The jam underway once again.
Demoniac jamming for Les Bûches. And for the Windsor Assault, that is number 762, Betty Rampage.
Betty Rampage put out in turn number 2. Reestablishes control and pushes herself out front into lead jam position.
So that is exactly what the Windsor Assault need in order to get themselves back in the game. She's getting cheers from the crowd. Demoniac finally making her way free from the back as well. But coming up on the back is Betty Rampage.
Betty Rampage cutting from outside to inside, tries to zigzag back out again, takes a hit from Sugar Shane, knocked down. Betty Rampage trying to get back to her skates, but she has been lapped by Demoniac and has to call off the jam.
So 4 points aside on that jam. Betty Rampage getting done over by Sugar Shane, knocked to the ground, not able to call off the jam in time. Demoniac speeding her way through the thinned out pack, picking up the 4 points for Les Bûches, 39-7. Les Bûches over Windsor Assault.
Windsor Assault in no position to trade jams as they are so far in the hole with 10 minutes remaining.
32-point lead for Les Bûches. Slight pack advantage, 3-on-2 for Les Bûches. Cutting through on the inside, finding a line. That's Game Boy for Les Bûches, number 8-bit.
Game Boy puts on a burst of speed with head on a swivel. She's observing what's happening in the rest of the pack. Firecracker jamming for Windsor. Manages to make her way around the outside, keeping one skate fair as she's recycled to the back of the pack.
Con Assassin picking up a direction of gameplay penalty for Les Bûches on that last pass for the Windsor Assault jammer. Game Boy picking up 4 points for her team.
Both teams with some blockers in the penalty area. Room to skate for Game Boy, although she's rubbed out there by number 81.
Ruby Abused with a monster hit. And Ruby Abused, the number 85 this time, is getting an out-of-play major.
That's Out Cold Cutie heading to the penalty area.
So the heavy hitters on the Windsor Assault doing a number on Game Boy. They can't contain her, though. She picks up another 5 points for Les Bûches. Les Bûches continuing to increase their speed, their lead. 48-7, 41-point lead, 9 minutes remaining in the game. We probably should say hello to Monster Muffin. Monster Muffin, unleash your inner monster on the track and Monster Muffin Derby wear from street to track. We've got you covered, outfitting teams with uniforms around the world. Check out all of the excitement at monstermuffin.com.
We're in an official timeout situation here at the Reeve Arena at Fresh and Furious 2013.
And another jam out of the way. Moving on the outside, the Bûches jammer Justin Powers trying to get free. Ducks into the inside, finds a gap on the apex, picks up lead jammer.
Traumasaurus was rubbed out between turns 1 and 2 and forced to recover. She has done so and is now giving chase.
Justin Powers going to have to be aware of where the opposing jammer is. The Windsor jammer is closing. Wall of yellow at the back, and Slamity trying to contain Justin. Swing and a miss. Jam's called off. 4 points going to board for the ladies in green from Quebec. Les Bûches.
Bit of a Windsor to Windsor collision there at the back of the pack, as the missed hit resulted in a bit of collateral damage.
Don't forget 1234 Skate Company, from equipment to training to advice. 1234 Skate Company will get you rolling. Visit 1234skateco.com.
Another jam begins.
Oh.
Peeling around the outside of the pack, it's number 6, Demoniac. She's lead.
She had a big smile on her face as she skipped through, avoiding all of those blocks, picking up lead jammer for Les Bûches. Stuck in the pack, Betty Rampage behind a solid wall of green. Demoniac getting through for 5 points, Slim.
Sugar Shane pushes Betty Rampage to the inside, recycles her to the back and drags her backwards. Meanwhile, Demoniac approaches the pack on another scoring pass.
Demoniac looking to the outside, seeing Windsor blockers hitting the ground, now cutting into the inside. Knocked to the inside by number 242, Delia Grief. Delia Grief. Jam called off. 4 more points.
Demoniac called off the jam after being on the receiving end of that hit from Delia Grief. 62-7, the score currently in favor of Les Bûches. 6.5 minutes on the clock.
The team from Quebec showing the dominance that they showed in the first game, perhaps even more so in this one, not letting Windsor into it at all. Not giving up any power jams to the ladies from Southern Ontario.
8-bit.
That's Game Boy being knocked to the ground.
Flying solo on that jammer line. It appears she's in a power jam. Has to make her way through Traumasaurus and Firecracker. She falls. Quickly resets, and now the pack, too spread out. They're going to be outside the zone of engagement. They're going to let her go.
They do have to let her go, but they made her work to get that lead jammer. It took her 22 seconds to get free of the blocking pack of Windsor Assault skaters.
She tries once again. The inside line is leaned upon heavily. She's quite a short skater, and so she can sometimes be at risk of elbows heading towards the noggin.
5 more points going up on the side of Les Bûches. Game Boy coming around. 3 blockers from Windsor attempting to stop her. Swing and a miss on the outside.
Game Boy strong on her skates, but is put down by a combination of Firecracker, Traumasaurus, and that was a high block penalty going to Firecracker.
That's going to leave Windsor with only 2 blockers on the track. The jammer still in the box. 8-bit Game Boy putting points up for Les Bûches there at 72 now. She's back in there. She just needs to get past 2 blockers. And another high block call, this one on Traumasaurus. No room at the end. She's got to come back onto the track.
This is a risk-reward scenario for any diminutive jammer. They have to ask themselves before embarking on a roller derby career, do I like being hit in the face a lot? If the upside is that I will draw penalties like nobody's business.
Yeah, draw penalties and pick up bloody noses, broken teeth, and black eyes. Tons of fun, roller derby, isn't it? 5 more points for Game Boy. Les Bûches has moved to 82. Game Boy with a big smile on her face. Les Bûches can complete control of this game right now, Slim.
Iron Driver mentioning that they're in Windsor watching and are proud of the assault. Good work.
And so they should be. They played very well in the first game, having a tough game against this tough team from Quebec. But again, winning their first game means that they will get to play at least one more today.
82-7, the current score on the board, just under 4 minutes remaining.
The loser of this game will move on to play at 4:20 later this afternoon on this track as well. They will be playing the winner of game number 12, which will be between the Top Hurloins and the Cannondalls, I believe.
Another timeout called here. This is a Windsor timeout.
So they're trying to get themselves reset.
Or not. No, neither team has used their timeout. This is just some official bookkeeping.
I'm seeing the bench coach, I Shove Lucy, asking her team to just breathe, get calm, smile, have fun, because really, that's what this tournament is about. These are all newish skaters. Nobody has really skated for more than a year. No one has more than 5 bouts under their belt. It's one of the reasons we love the Fresh and Furious tournament.
Absolutely, Captain Lou, and the action underway once again. This is Swedish Charcoal, who's done some heavy lifting for Les Bûches, and she fights her way to the front of the pack for lead.
Iggy Pop Rocks being cycled to the back, but Chaos in the back. Looks like she may pop free. She does. She escapes the Les Bûches blockers.
Swedish Charcoal engaging with the pack on her scoring pass, trying to find a way through, looking for support from her blockers. Cuts to the inside line, is chased down, but she's too fast.
And is she going to call it off? She does. Knocked to the outside. Iggy Pop Rocks still picking up 2 points for the Windsor Assault. Les Bûches at 82, 3 points, 4 points picked up by Swedish Charcoal. They're at 86 points, Les Bûches.
Looks like Swedish Charcoal may have regretted calling off that jam. There were a couple of decisive taps, and then she swiveled her head around and slowed down. She thought she might have been able to keep skating.
I think she probably could have. With under 3 minutes remaining, she probably could have done whatever she wanted to, but allowing her teammates to switch up, get out on the track, proper derby etiquette.
Absolutely, and this is a tournament about gaining experience, especially for these new skaters.
Ooh.
Demoniac with a penalty right off the bat and a track cut. This is a power jam for Windsor and a chance to really make a bigger dent in that scoreboard.
And in Slamity, who has been blocking like a demon all day long, wearing the star and picking up a track cut of her own, she's going to pop Demoniac out of the box.
There will be a do-si-do in the penalty area.
So Demoniac back on the track. And Slamity will only have to serve as many seconds as Demoniac did, which was not too many.
Back we go. Demoniac fights her way to the front of the pack. She will not be able to pick up lead jam status, having taken a penalty. This jam will have to skate to its natural conclusion.
So these 2-minute jams can be very exhausting. This is the second game both these teams have been playing, and we are nearing the end of this game with 90 seconds left in the game, 1 minute remaining in the jam. Skaters getting tired and bodies hitting the floor by the pile up.
And we should mention to the folks at home, Captain Lou, in the comfort of their air-conditioned homes, that the Reeve Arena, the sun is high and it is starting to cook in here.
Yeah, I am not playing roller derby, but I am doing a fine job of sweating. In Slamity, stuck in the back of this pack, Demoniac picking up 4 more points for Les Bûches, skipping through on the inside. We've got ourselves a star pass, do we?
Indeed, although there may be an illegal procedure, as in Slamity traded helmet covers.
Huh.
She did not place the jammer cap on Traumasaurus. She took the pivot cap from her and placed it on her own helmet. The referee just told her to remove it.
So interesting. Not only is this a learning experience for these skaters, but it is also a learning experience for some of the referees that come here. There are experienced referees mixed in with lesser experienced referees, so they will get to see situations they may not have seen normally as well.
Indeed, and Slamity did try to make a star pass. She succeeded in passing the star, but may have failed on some of the finer details.
Now, head referee Senior Weenor, who is normally with Queen City but has made the trip up here, has skated to the Windsor Assault bench and is asking for someone to go to the penalty box. 99-16, that's Iggy Pop Rocks that's heading to the box, who is the captain.
that penalty may have resulted from that unorthodox star pass that we saw in the previous jam.
Regardless, the score remains 99 for Les Bûches, 16 for the Windsor Assault. Les Bûches looking to crest the triple-digit mark for the first time today. I know the Fergus Feims did it in the bubble.
They did indeed, with a handy victory in their first bout of the day over the Queen's Court.
This, of course, being an international affair with Buffalo, New York attending. It's nice to have Quebec here as well, another province attending, and lots of teams from Ontario.
Kim Bashinger, very proud of her girls from Windsor.
Justin Powers picking up lead jammer immediately. Firecracker being cycled all the way to the back by Les Bûches. Justin Powers has control over when this game ends as the period clock has hit 0. There's still 1 minute and 40 seconds remaining in the jam, so she can call it off if she wants, or she can run it. Her bench is unsure of what they really want her to do.
They're leaving it in the hands and skates of the jammer. She puts up 5 points. Firecracker continues to skate, having some difficulties at the back of the pack.
Quonas Lababert indicating she wants her to keep on scoring, keep on putting points on the board. Another 5 points going up. Les Bûches racking up the points, 114 now.
Les Bûches perhaps in pursuit of a tournament high score.
Firecracker has finally made her way out of the pack. Justin Powers threw one more scoring pass, picking up an additional 4 points for the ladies from Quebec. Windsor Assault with 16 at the end of this game, and Les Bûches, the scoreboard currently reads 118. We will get final scores to you, but Les Bûches from Quebec, really impressive so far, Slim.
A tidy victory from this mixed Quebec team. They look very comfortable skating with each other.
If you are interested in watching Les Bûches, they will be playing in game number 21 at 5:40 later today. And as mentioned before, the Windsor Assault will move on to game number 17, which is at 4:20.
Lance Hardwood on the chat pointing out that he will be there with bells on at 4:20, a time of day popular amongst the roller derby set.
4:20. So, I'm Captain Lou Obama. I've been joined by Lightning Slim. Final score 118 for Les Bûches, 16 for the Windsor Assault. We're going to take a bit of a break. We'll come back with some action. An elimination game between the Debutante Warriors and the Hammer City FreshMeat.
Go absolutely nowhere, folks, unless you go over to the bubble.
Lots of fun there, too. See you soon. as well.